Welcome to First Chapter Fridays. Today our book is called Let's Pretend We Never Met by Melissa Walker. It's one of the South Carolina Children's Book Award nominees for this year. If it were up to Maddie Markham, there would be a law that said your family wasn't allowed to move in the middle of the school year. After all, sixth grade is hard enough without wondering if you'll be able to make new friends or worrying that the kids in Pennsylvania won't like your North Carolina accent. But when Maddie meets her next-door neighbor and classmate, she begins to think that maybe she was silly to fear being the new girl. Agnes is like no one Maddie has ever met. She's curious, hilarious, smart, and makes up the best games. If winter break is anything to go by, the rest of the school year should be a breeze. Only it isn't. Because when vacation ends and school starts, Maddie realizes something. At school, Agnes is known as the weird girl who no one likes. All Maddie wants is to fit in. Okay, and maybe be a little popular too. But is that worth ending her friendship with Agnes? Chapter 1. When Mama and Daddy sat me down to tell me that my grandmother in Philadelphia needed our help, that she was getting older and wanted to see us more, I knew what they were doing. They were making it so that if I refused to go, if I kicked and screamed like they knew I would, I'd look selfish, like a spoiled 11-year-old who doesn't care about her poor, frail grandmother. The truth is, I love my grandmother. I call her by her first name, Maeve, because she lets me borrow ivory-colored combs for my hair and doesn't mind when I open up her traveling trunk and dig through it to pick out silk scarves to spin around in. I am an excellent granddaughter. But leaving in the middle of sixth grade, not even at the start of a school year, right before Isabel Jessup's 12th birthday party when she's going to have a chocolate fountain, this is unfair, unreasonable, outrageous. I argued until I heard Daddy say my full name, Matilda Maeve Markham, and then I knew that was that. I wish I had a sibling so we could at least team up. The biggest protest I can think of is riding in the way, way back of our minivan with my arms crossed over my chest as we drive from North Carolina, which takes like 9 hours. That's 9 hours of Mama and Daddy knowing I'm angry and I don't want to go. But after an hour, I fall asleep against the window, and when I wake up, I'm hungry, and Mama offers to stop at Burger King, so I get a cheeseburger and move to the middle row of seats because they're more comfortable for eating. Plus, it was getting lonely in the way, way back. We're going to be on the top floor of an apartment building, says Mama. She's told me this about 10 times, but it's one of the things I'm sort of excited about. Apartment buildings are fancy. Tell me about the door guy again, I say. Doorman, says Daddy. There are a few of them, but I met a nice one named Will. And he wears a uniform? I've been told this is the case, but I want to confirm it. It's another thing I'm sort of excited about. We don't have uniformed doormen in my town in North Carolina. He does indeed, black with brass buttons. I sit back in my seat and look out the window. It might be like having a butler, which I've only seen in movies. As I watch the highway miles go by, the green ground turns white with the frost of December snow up north, and the restaurants change from Hardee's to Roy Rogers. I wonder what else might be different about this move. Will I be different? Can I? At my old school, I played it safe. I was in the middle. Not the smartest kid or the one with the most friends, but not at the bottom. Maybe this is my chance to move up. We stop at my grandmother's house for the night before we go on to our new apartment. The moving van isn't coming until tomorrow, so we wouldn't have beds to sleep in yet. When Maeve's tall, thin shadow steps into the entryway light, I smile and rush forward for a hug. She smells like Shalimar, a perfume she bought in France, like travel and romance. My grandfather died before I was born, so Maeve is alone in this big old row house in the middle of the city. It's got 3 floors and it's really narrow, and I always thought it would make a great movie set house because it has polished wood floors and real built-in fireplaces. Not to mention a stained glass bay window in the living room and a creepy old basement covered in dust. Your bed's all ready, honey pie, Maeve says. If anyone else called me that, I'd probably make a face. But Maeve has nicknames for us all, and she grew up in West Virginia, so her voice is soft and sweet and southern, and her honey pie sounds like whispered love. When she tucks me in a few minutes later, she brushes the hair off my forehead and says, "It's hard to move to a new place, isn't it?" I nod, but my eyes are half closed. I'm already drifting away into the soft, feathery comforter that floats around me like a cloud. "Don't worry, honey pie." Her voice is soothing. "You're sweeter than peach cobbler and prettier than a bluebird." I don't believe her. She's my grandmother, after all. But I fall asleep smiling anyway. Because when I'm with Maeve, I'm home. For one more night, anyway. When I start unpacking, it really hits me. I live here now. My purple painted room with the light green carpet and the white lace curtains that would never fit these big apartment windows, gone. Not mine. Some other kid is at my old window looking out at the dogwood tree and listening to the whippoorwill sing. That is so weird. I know it's not very nice of me, but I don't think I like that new kid. I wonder if a kid was in this room before me. Maybe they're even missing it right now, like I'm missing my old room. I haven't figured out what's special about this apartment yet, but I'm sure something is. When you live somewhere, you find all kinds of reasons to get attached to a place. In our house in North Carolina, there was a little closet under the stairs that had a slanted ceiling. I had a lamp in there that spun in a circle and lit up the walls with blue stars. When I was younger, it was the perfect place for tea parties, and when I outgrew those, it was for secret telling when my best friends Lily and Josephine came over. I have to find a safe whisper spot in this apartment once I make some friends. The view outside my window is not of city lights, which is what I imagined I'd see here. There's actually another building really close to ours, so although I get some light from above, there's mainly a brick wall in front of my face when I look outside. Mama frowned when she opened up my blinds and realized that. Daddy found the apartment, so she had never seen it. But I told her it made me feel like a city kid, which is cool. There's a mirror on one wall that was here when we arrived. It has a dark wood frame, and it's hung right at my height. I give my reflection a once-over and pull out my ponytail, letting my long brown hair fall down to the middle of my back. It's slightly curly in a way that can either look messy or cute, depending on the weather, and I decide that I'm going to wear it down on the first day of school after winter break. I know that the first time kids see you, they decide things about you, and I want to be a girl with long hair. I hear Mama's cell phone ring, and I stay to listen. Our regular phone isn't set up yet, and my parents are cave people who won't get me a cell phone, so "Maddie." "Yes." Mama brings me the phone. "It's Lily," she says. I squeal and grab it. "Lils, Matt, what's up? Has Ryan texted you yet?" Lily gave her number to Ryan Grant at a last day before break holiday party, which is pretty much the same as becoming his girlfriend, we think. "Not yet, but Joe and I think he'll probably text me either on Christmas Day or the day after, so we can talk about what we got and we won't have to wonder what to say." Her voice is bubbly and excited, but my heart stings when she says Joe and I think, because I already feel like they're forgetting me. I've always been closer to Lily than Josephine, like it was the two of us plus Joe, but now that's different. I act happy, though. No one wants a downer who moved away as a friend. "That's so true," I say. "He'll probably want to be sure y'all will have a lot to talk about." "Exactly," says Lily. "And Joe also thinks that he's going to ask me to a movie. I'll definitely say yes, but haven't decided if I'm going to let him kiss me or not." Whoa. "Kiss you?" I ask, and she must hear the surprise in my voice. "Yeah," says Lily. "We're not babies anymore, Maddie. Joe and I think we should try to get our first kiss this year. We're almost 12. "Oh," I say, hesitating. "Good idea." Lily laughs. "I forgot that you don't know anyone yet." "Oh, but Maddie, that could be so exciting. New boys." "I know," I say, trying to sound upbeat, but not really sure how I feel about all the new in my life. "Joe and I think you might really blossom this year," says Lily, sounding like a doctor or something. "What does that mean?" I ask. "I don't know, just that you've always been quiet and stuff," she says. "Maybe you'll have more fun at your new school." "More fun?" "I think we have fun," I say to her. "We did," says Lily, and then she corrects herself. "We do. Oh, forget I said that. Maybe I said it wrong. Gah." I can almost see her stick her tongue out over the phone. Lily does sometimes say things in a weird way. It's okay, I say, trying to ignore the heaviness that's settling into my chest. Yeah, I'm going to try to make this year a lot of fun. Lily tells me that her mom keeps talking about missing my mom because she really wants Mama's magic bars at the school's holiday bake sale. And then she has to go because her dad wants her help wrapping presents. When we hang up, my room feels even more empty. I didn't realize my friends thought of me as the quiet one. Maybe I don't say much out loud, but inside I'm full of fun ideas and random thoughts. I thought they knew that. I thought they knew me. I frown at the white walls of my bedroom. I'm mostly unpacked and I'm holding my star lamp, but I'm not sure to feel right in here. I wish this room had more personality. It's so blank. I don't want to be blank, and I don't want my room to be either. Maybe they paint everything back to boring white when new people move in. I'm going to paint these walls, or maybe even get wallpaper very soon. Maddie? Mama's in her room. We will never have to raise our voices in this apartment because there are just 2 bedrooms, and they're both right next to the living room, which is right next to the kitchen.